You don't like so much space. You like
No,
so
I
much...
want tight. Everything
okay,
tight.
Because I don't like this way.
No, I don't. I like
okay?
tight, tight, tight,
okay.
tight.
All right.
Even if they under.
Okay. We give movement.
Yes.
No flat.
No,
Give
no,
it life,
no.
okay?
Tight. Yeah.
Movement here, movement there, movement here. You know,
Yeah,
everyone.
and flexible, everything, not tight.
No worries, no.
I want a bomb. I want a bomb.
I know what you mean.
I want a bomb. I don't have a fine stone. I want a bomb.
No, I know what you want.
I'd rather sell him a heavier one than sell him a lighter one because he can afford it.
It's got a lot of sex appeal, that
Yes,
stone, as is.
yes. But this has got merit, this stone.
120,000
How much that
divided
work
by
out to a cat?
8,500 a cat, 85.
All right, round figures, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's something about that stone that I like.
But those bright ones are very good. They're very good.
I showed her the fight.
Yeah, for how much? You showed 1,100. You showed
900 I asked you, Billy.
Is that what you asked?
I asked you 900.
I don't remember. I thought 1,100.
No, I said 900.
No, but they're all right. It's all right.
Traditional of the Winston family designer, Mr. Mbaji Shindi, this diamond necklace, set color style highlights the beauty of both the stone and their wearer. Nesma has an emerald and diamond set, necklace, bracelet, and earrings with over 80 carats of the finest Colombian emeralds and 120 carats of diamonds.
Three o'clock Antwerp time is the opening. The bids are being opened now. Yes. And? Teddy is where? In Geneva or in Antwerp? Yeah. Almost 8.5 million, right. Yeah. Okay, I'm dying to hear. Right. The bids are being opened this moment. There's an auction, and we're I mean, there's not an auction. Sealed bids. A piece of rough weighing 181 carats. One of the most magnificent piece you can imagine.
When he gave me a description, that was good enough. I smelled the value when he gave me a description.
It said, buy me. Yeah. It said, buy me, but even if you can't afford me, buy me. Hack the farm, yup, tvoyo mat. And we're talking about many millions here. The billion we have to put up, jointly, each one, and it doesn't no second thought. And if you win it, you win it. If you lose it, you lose it. I mean,
that's right.
I mean, there's no backing off. Once you give your word, even if you don't like it, you're in.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a phone call now. Here's the results of the stone.
Any minute we should know.
Where is that?
Because we were way up there, but it could be some of the people in the world that we went beyond the limit, and he pushed us. He's unbelievable. He got more courage than guys half his age. On my word of honor. I was in psychotherapy for 20 years of my life. 25, so I become introspective. I get a chance to, to try to really be honest.
Broaden your mind also.
Yes, try to be honest with yourself. And I say, why this tremendous emphasis on beautiful make? Why do I insist? Oh, I ask, it's a rhetorical question. I don't expect an answer from you. But I'll give the answer. And I think that is, come on, and that is because I was so totally inept with manual dexterity, in the sense that I would have loved to cut very beautiful diamonds, but I wasn't able to. So now, indirectly, I'm able to cut them through the hands of other good people.
Eliezer! Eliezer! Talking to you.
Come on, man.
Okay. This is a rush.
I'm near $3 million in this little bag.
Look at that.
$345.28.
How's it look, BB? This is everything, the whole mixed shebang.
$324.78.
Right on. Checks out. How do the models look to you? You getting a feel?
Not bad.
The whites don't look very white this month. A couple of nice greens.
I got engaged. Was looking for a job. I was thinking about becoming a diamond cutter to be able to make a living. And I learned the trade. I liked it. And since then, I'm here and sitting, cutting diamonds. How long? About 22 years.
Do I love diamonds? Yes. At times, I always love diamonds. It doesn't mean I always love the labor of what I'm doing. When you see a piece of glass, it's just like a piece of art. And you take a piece of pebble and you say, you know, I'm going to make something beauty out of that piece of pebble. And the same thing with a painting. I've done a little bit painting, and you see the finished product, you just have to say, wow, this is really something to look at.
When I was going to college, I spent 4 years in college, and I ended up cutting diamonds for the last 15 years. It wasn't my idea. I mean, it wasn't my idea to cut. It was my father's idea, because I went to college for acting. So I wanted to be an actor.
I'm here 18 years, doing diamonds for 12 years. I'm singing for 30 years. He won't come to my synagogue. Why? Should I tell him why?
No, why wouldn't I come? I would come. I said I would come. It's not my type. He is
a little more modern. My synagogue is a little more modern.
Let's see, this is 325. There's a gemstone.
It has to be a 3 carat.
It's quite different than you're making a conscious decision on a one-shot deal to get involved in a major, where you can lose a major item, which you can lose a large sum of money.
Would Teddy be the official?
No, I'll call Dubinsky in Antwerp.
That would be better.
Who's on the phone?
Dave, on one.
He's on one. I don't see him on one.
This is Dennis. You're waiting for it.
Shit!
Lost it, Willie?
Lost it by $300,000. We offered 8,318,000 that went for 8,618,000. Here's the paper. Look, read it with your own eyes. And I raised my offer last night by $300,000. I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have the. And Billy said, I didn't listen to you. You said to go to $9 million. Son of a bitch.
9 million.
Right. Son of a bitch. Hello.
I want the hood.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, well, we lost it by 300,000, huh? Yeah, fine. Who bought it? You know? Yeah. You think with Louis, huh? Machel and Louis, huh? Uh-huh. They only took 15 bids, huh? Wow. 15 envelopes, that's all. Only say the winner. Yeah.
Pizza! Pizza now! Pizza! Double pizza! I hope you cut diamonds better than you cut pizza.
It all depends. If I have a good will.
Shmuel, you can't have a piece of pizza?
Yeah, but my husband is there.
We don't have pizza every day. Some days we have falafel. Some day we have what's the?
Some day we have nothing.
Hi, this is Martin Rappert. Who am I speaking with? What are you guys doing here? My name is Martin Rappaport. I'm calling from New York. How you doing? You go to Russia. You're from Russia. Yeah. You're Greek. Good man. Yeah. You know, we're not really playing. We're really journalists. It's outrageous. Here I am, this nice Hungarian diamond dealer.
So tell me about paying rap.
Oh, yeah, so anyways, it works like this. Like, what we're trying to do is quote prices, consensus prices that everyone agrees to sell. So that everyone agrees, at rap, I will sell. For example, if a guy walks over to you and says, hey, I will pay you rap at the wholesale business for your stone, and you don't sell him the stone, well, like, you know, like your partner will kill you. So everyone agrees to sell at rap, so it's like a common denominator. Then the question is, how much below rap?
44 a carat.
38, I'll bust my ass for.
Very good price. Tetris game.
Well, is he giving us the offer or not?
He'll give us 38 below.
No, not yet. Hold on, I'm gonna call my customer.
So call and pray. Call your
But we
customer.
don't know if we can get it.
No,
He's gonna sell it for 20 below, make 18%. Come on, go ahead.
If I sell it for
Hatzlacha
20
Rabba.
What are you doing with it? What are you giving
I'll
it
take
to?
the stone.
I'll
You call the
crack. I don't need
customer,
it.
and then make a cassette. What?
Why needs a copy of the cert?
You don't need the stone.
No.
You see? He doesn't need the stone, just the certificate.
Just a certificate, and this is how we'll conclude a transaction.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that the stone has a hunchback.
And except he's offering me 38 below. The guy's trying to rip everybody off. Okay.
We do the impossible.
This is Ziggy. This is my friend Ziggy. He doesn't like to be on camera. He's afraid of you guys. I guess what I like most about diamonds, I guess the most, is the uniqueness of it. There's no business like the diamond business. Nothing comes close to it in terms of the way people... I just handed a guy $1 million stone. There. The trust. You don't have relation. A guy could just get on an airplane and go buy it. I mean, there's nothing to stop him. No one's going to detect it. You can't hand someone $1 million building. The fact is the trust, the relationships, the people, the communications. There's no business like it. And so I have a very exciting feeling being part of a very special world.
Ik heb ze in de hoeken als even snap te zijn.
Schrijf die 2 Sachen durch.
Hast du
Die
nicht
3
die
Sachen.
alles ist?
Wie groß?
Pear-shape.
Aber doch hat 2 Karäder.
Nein, das ist nicht von mir.
Schämst du gar nicht?
Nein, was soll das sein?
Ich mit 2 Tonnen Tullen, geh mal Schabbat, so fertig.
Du geh mach Schabbat, go ahead. Aber ich will es dir besser.
Schämst du gar nicht?
Nein,
Ich mach das immer
ich komme rein zu sagen, alle Chaim.
Alle Chaim, du, ja. Du hast ja gut, du hast doch ein Ringele davon. Was ist du an dem?
Aber es wurde, das ist ein guter Boy 2. Honey, aber für die Boa Boy 2. The size of the sukkah has to be that in its circumference, 24 people can sit. It's kosher. So what do you need 24 people? 12 people should be enough. It all depends on different sizes. 3 people take up an area of 2. If you have a skinny guy, he'll take up less than place than that.
So why did Rabbi Yechon say you need 24 people? But here we're talking about a sukkah ha'osi kikirshon, a sukkah that's shaped like a sphere. So you need more than the sphere. You need more than the square. The circumscribed around the square. And that's right, so you need a greater sukkah. Something about like duck. Again, the same answer. We're not so particular, so it won't be exact. When do we say loidak that we're not particular? It has to be the exact amount. Lechumra.
3 people here, 3 different sects.
Hasidic. But we studied together for the last few years. We're studying together.
In fact, it's interesting because there is a verse in the Bible that says that the words of the Bible are like diamonds and precious stones. So you have the connection right there. And this is the true precious stones, the diamonds that we sell, the carbon that comes out from under the earth. I would say that's more synthetic than this. There's much more reality to this than there is to that. I mean, if you picture it, I mean, okay, now we're getting more to reality than it was 10 years ago. But 10 years ago, you bought a 1-carat D flawless at $65,000, which is like the price of a house. And you tell me that that there's some solid understanding to that. It's beyond understanding. It's a matter of supply and demand now.
It's small. It's transferable. If you go into a business, you live in a country, and there's a program, you have to leave everything there, and you have to go out. This diamonds, you take a little pocket full of diamonds, and you're in business again.
Yeah, that's why. In fact, my grandmother was in France, 1941, when the Vichy regime and when the Germans were entering France, and she knew that she had to leave, and there was no way that she was able to get a passport for her family, but for her husband she was not able to get a passport because he was Czechoslovakian born and he was like an alien. So the only way was she gave her diamond ring away, and that's how she was able to get a visa for her husband as well. So you see how just like I mentioned, a small diamond ring could be worth like a house.
I still don't know what this is all about.
Well,
you're going to pick out buildings? I'd like to know what you're going to find out.
Just tell them where it all started. Maiden Lane.
Where did it all start?
The jewelry.
It all started in Africa. Didn't it?
In America.
It started in Africa.
I say in America.
They found the diamonds there, right? The beers.
The American country is where the jewelry industry started. That way
maybe we can get a hot dog.
Not maybe. We're going back 70 years. Because I'm going to be 82. And I was 12 years old when I started, even before. So that's 70 years ago I'm talking about now. The real history of Maiden Lane.
You know who's in the trade
now,
center?
Here's where the vault used to be, over here.
Really?
And all the jewelers used to congregate and come out, and they'd buy and sell their wares.
Where, on the street?
Right here, over here. Very interesting, going back all those years.
Whole different world.
And on that first floor was Bloom, the diamond cutter. Yopi Meyer used to work for him as a kid.
Yopi was
Yopi
he was a broker, Dutch broker.
Yeah, Hollander.
Hollander.
This building here could tell stories.
I love this.
All the smugglers in those days were in that building.
Smugglers?
The diamond smugglers.
Come on, they were no diamond smugglers. During your time, in the 20s?
There were 20% duty at that time, so they smuggled.
What?
So they would smuggle them and bring it in here? And...
Yeah, it was tough. You know, you had to compete with that. The legitimate guys, it was very difficult. Finally, they caught them all. About 8 of them.
Here, I used to work around.
You worked on the next block.
No, 68.
It's on the next block. In those days, there was horses and wagons. Max's no-tip barber shop was across the street, in the end of the building.
Yeah.
You see that shop. And on the right-hand side of the building was the original diamond club. 8 guys started it. Sigmund, Morris, Wilner, Leitner.
Jack Sigmund?
His father.
Oh, his father? Sure.
So you'd go get a haircut and then you go trade a little bit?
Joe Noah. A haircut, they used to, like, put a bowl on your head. Maiden Lane. This is what brought the jewelry business to America, right here. The birth of the jewelry business in USA. God bless them.
Mr. William Goldberg, treasurer, Diamond Dealers Club, former president of Diamond Dealers Club, to induct Mr. Billy Nelkin to the Hall of Fame. And will somebody please bring up Mr. Nelkin?
Diamond Dealers Club, Hall of Fame, Billy Nelkin, New York, July 17th, 1990.
All I want to say is what was said is enough for me. I'll just cut it short and not make much of a speech. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
The stone weighs 210.28 now. We'll be working for 100-carat stone. I'm working for 100-carat, the flawless stone.
The Guinea Star. How did we get involved originally with the Guinea Star?
I
There was
received tender. We got an
It was
invitation. We have an invitation on file, I'm sure. They invite the top people of the world to come bid on this important piece of rough. I was about the third or fourth tender, right?
The government of Guinea.
Through their
owned the
representative agent in Antwerp.
Last time we were here, you lost one.
That triggered us, you see? And we said, why play games? If it's going to be good, it's going to be good all the way. So let's go to 10 digits. And I think it's best if Saul tell because Saul represented us.
I think it was about 3-4 days of discussions before we came up with our final bid.
Your final bid was?
What was the exact figure? Do you remember that?
$10,036,000.
2 times high.
Yeah, well, you see, we thought that some other person was going to bid also $10 million. So we added $36,000 because it's 2 times high just for good luck. So, I mean, it's big bucks, but we played that game, and so that's where we got to the figure. But we found on a retrospect that we were about $1,300,000 above the next bidder. That's kind of tough to take in a way, but that's how the cookie crumbles. And it was so scary when I first saw it because it looked so brown.
Very high color. Harvey, come here a minute. You see any brown in there?
I see brown from the glitzes, from the bottom glitzes, but I agree. It looks, you see the white in there. You see through it and you see the white.
It's going to be one of the finest you ever cut.
Well, this is a Guinea diamond, and a Guinea diamond.
Guinea is a Guinea. It's a kosher diamond.
Did you give it a kiss for good luck?
Huh?
Did you give it a kiss for good luck?
Give it a brisk.
That's it. That's it. Okay.
Give it a brisk, make it
All right, I'm gonna study it with the Sawyer later, and that's it. And away we go, right.
You can tell the style immediately from the ones hanging in my apartment.
Immediately, yeah.
Ain't that right, brother? We can't sell no diamonds to sell a few paintings at least, right, Maxie?
These are great.
Hey, Maxie, when did you start painting? How old were you when you started? How old were you when you started painting?
90 years old.
You were 90 when you started?
I'm 98 now.
So this is the accumulation of 8
years ago.
What happened? You can't do jewelry anymore?
I'll give you a reasonable price.
What are the
How
prices?
much?
Huh?
What are the prices of,
Okay, tell me what you want to pay.
What's the price of one like this?
What do you want to pay? Go ahead, go ahead. Any man.
What do I want to pay?
Huh?
What do I want to pay?
Yeah.
What I want to pay hopefully will coincide with what you want to get.
No, go ahead. I wouldn't get embarrassed or...
Well, I tell you, I don't have much money on me, but I would be willing to pay. Andy, what's a fair price? $15? Is that a fair price? That to me is a fair price.
What?
$15.
50?
15. 50.
50?
50. You're twice 50. I'm talking 15.
Oh, you're talking about, how much, 1.5? How much you want to give me?
If you come by another day, I could give you $15.
50? 15?
15.
$18. You're a poor man. You got strength, but no money. He's got the money. I'll fix him. I'll get the money out of them. Between them two, I'll get it.
When's the last time you saw it, by the way? A week ago?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't seen it in midstream while he's been polishing, have you?
No, before he started on
Listen, what I want now is you should mark me off approximately a 25-carat piece on this 4-point going through these two glitzes.
All right, I'm gonna do this roughly. Do it roughly first.
45.
I don't want to go into the stone too much.
All right.
You want to take a look?
Yeah, very much so.
A little nervous. Not too much, a little nervous. Huh. To me, it's an everyday work. I mean, I've been doing this thing for 38 years, and it's just another stone, except it's bigger, that's all. It's like anything that you do for 38 years, except it's bigger. A lot bigger, right. I fell in love with a 20-carat diamond. I had to buy it, and everybody said I was crazy. I had no money. Everybody laughed at me.
I said, you want to buy it? We'll buy it. Let me make a couple of calls. So I make one call.
Oh, yeah, to Saul.
I make one call to
And I
Saul,
called
and Saul
Bobby.
says, what do you want to do? I said, listen, if you don't buy this stone, you've got to be the all-time greatest idiot in the world. I said, why? He said, because the stone is superb. Who did you look at it with?
Stupid.
It's the truth.
While we're working on it, there's like a little red line runs into the side of the stone, an imperfection. I look at the stone, I don't think it's JK. And these people are depending on me. You know, I said, I'm gonna lose $100,000 here. I couldn't even tell them what I saw. I took it to Pop. He offered me $3,000 profit. $3,000 profit on $173,000 after one was dying with the color.
What
We
about
ended
the
up-
car fare?
And the car fare and everything. But it took us about 6 months to sell that thing. That was a good deal.
Can I ask you a question? Can we mark some goods here today? Because I'm very busy.
I gotta get out of town.
Ooh, did you see that picture of Ava Gardner in this book? She was a sexy lady.
I met her once in Spain during the running of the bulls. Great sale. Probably one of the greatest sales in the world. These things are so unusual. You'll never see this again. Never. Yeah. But it's, these things still haven't reached the prices of paintings. I don't care what you say. And the funniest thing is, this is nature. This is not a, it's not like a guy with a brush. He's painting. This is nature. This is found in the ground.
This is okay. This is so-so. This is so-so. This is good. This is good.
How much you figure these are carats straight through?
But still, it's a collection.
It will bring 30,000 a carat.
I think.
These?
And you bust it up. What do you do? You keep it as is, you bust it
No,
up.
you keep this the way it is. The whole thing is an error. Where can you buy an error? You busting an error?
There's a new era, no?
No, this is no error. This has got to be made.
That's history. Hey, I'm the new generation. What do you say? Yes.
Huh?
I say you break it up.
Drop a new. Here, Stewie.
If you can get a
Stewie, you agree? Here's a necklace here that there is no. Everybody knows what everything is worth. It's just a question of how much over you want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Right?
But I don't like that center stone.
Next.
Weak as hell.
What's this?
Yeah.
I don't think.
You know what
it's
I
a
don't
piece
like
of,
for this?
Everything is. What do you like?
Marty, it runs into very, very big money, and it's yellow gold. How many people are going to go after a necklace in yellow gold?
I love your reasoning. I really do.
Think about it.
What?
How many people have you seen running around with $1 million yellow gold necklace?
Billionaires, I
And
know.
Stewie, look at the center stone. It's weak. You can see.
Yeah, you got to go over every stone.
Now that's red. This is more red than this
This
one.
is pinkish
This is
red. This
livelier.
And
What?
Andy,
What do you think? Which is the better color?
Marty, you can't figure the price today.
I think you're off. This is the whole business. Everybody's opinion is different. You think this is worth more, and you think this is worth less. What?
This is more important.
Which is more important?
This.
You think that's better than that?
Yeah. Any day.
You don't think this will bring over $3 million? This will bring $3 million or more.
Which one?
This ruby. I don't care what anybody says. It's fabulous. Fabulous.
I'm instructed to open the bidding with a bid on my left at $3 million. $3 million. The bid is on my left at $3 million then. For $3 million on my left, $3,100,000 at $3,200,000 in the room. $3,300,000. Gentlemen on my left at $3,300,000. For $3,300,000. Any more? $3,400,000. Your bid, sir. $3,400,000. I have it. For $3,400,000. $3,500,000 on my left. $3,600,000. Gentlemen on the telephone on my left. $3,600,000. $3,800,000. $4 million to the lady. Still to the lady at $4 million. For $4 million then. $4,100,000. At $4,100,000. Thank you, madam. At $4,200,000. At $4,200,000. Thank you very much, sir, then. For $4,200,000. Selling it to the lady on my left. $4,200,000 to the lady. Thank you very much.
Who was right about the ruby?
He was right.
Marty,
Huh?
right.
He
Who was
says
right?
he was right.
I said it'd bring over $3 million.
Second series of particulars.
The grand total for the sale this evening is $31,201,500. And that certainly is the record for any jewelry sale ever held in America by one owner.
My only good choice is to have chosen Sotheby's to sell him.
They will. I hope you all got that. My only good choice was to choose S-O-T-H-E-B-Y apostrophe S.
Oh, yeah, really advanced. It moves a lot, maybe by 5 o'clock. That's the weather. The weather all of a sudden changed, and it started to move. That's all you needed is a little push from the weather.
I'd like to see it when it's polished. It doesn't look like much here, but after being polished, it'll probably be magnificent, I'm sure.
Show me an easy one. Haven't had an easy one.
You know, if this was an easy one,
Yeah.
I'd be kissing you. But I don't. You know, you go with major problem, you handle that major problem, something else becomes a major problem after that.
How the cookie crumbles. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's a famous line by Truman, you know that. Harry Truman, President Truman, famous line, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Okay. Because I don't think a traditional Jewish man is allowed to be a non-kosher butcher. Right? That's correct.
Everybody knows.
An Orthodox Jew is not allowed to be dealing in non-kosher meat, is he? And what about if a man opened up a butcher shop and he was dealing in...
Maybe, I don't know.
How about a grocery store?
It's a special stone, it really is. It's exceptionally beautiful. It looks great in here, doesn't it? It really looks great. Full brilliance. It's a real priceless gem. And we're figuring $15, $18 million. We're not sure. You know, we like to think of it as a Van Gogh or a Picasso. They're bringing 30, 40 million today, so who knows what this will bring. There are a lot of billionaires in the world today, so I imagine there's a good choice of clientele. It's a rich world out there. A lot of big stones never resurface again. People don't want to part with them if they don't have to, you know. A lot of them don't get sold ever again. They just go into the vaults or onto the woman's neck or finger or into a showcase to be enjoyed. All right, I'm gonna lock it up, kiss it goodnight. Get ready for Shabbos. It's a short day today. Yeah, we're leaving soon.
Goodbye to the stone.
You say goodbye to it, right? You won't see it again, I don't think.
There you go. Morning. Anything else? 225. You have less people on the street than there once were. Whether they're brokers or cutters or setters, the business that once was is not there anymore. I know somebody who was a setter for 32 years who just gave up his own business and went to work for somebody else. Because for the first time in all those years, he couldn't make it.
How did I get into driving a limousine? Well, it's an interesting story. You remember when I was in the jewelry business? I remember when I was in the jewelry business. It wasn't too long ago. But things didn't work out. I haven't worked in 5 months. Nobody wants to touch me in the business. And finally, a friend of mine called me and he said, "You remember that limousine company that you used to use when you had money?" I said, "Yeah, the Broward Limousine." He says, "He can use you." So I said, "How can I? A limousine driver?" You know, it was like the end of the world. Funny part, I met a guy who I haven't seen in 20 years. I used to play golf with him at my golf club. Multi-millionaire. Picked him up at the airport one day. He thought it was a joke that I was there. He thought they were filming a movie or something. That he's, "What are you doing here?" Well, you know, I said, "I'm picking up his bags." He had bags of 50 pounds apiece, 3 of them. I don't know how I got him into the limousine and then into his house. Cheap bastard. I shouldn't have. Figured the guy's going to give me a $25 tip. He says, "All right, I charge it to the company. That means I automatically get $10. I said, multi-millionaire. I said, "For this, I got a hernia?" As a matter of fact, I went to a psychiatrist. He says to me, "I understand you want to kill yourself." I says, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I don't want to live any longer." So he says, "Do you ever think how you're going to do it?" I says, "No, I didn't get that far." And, you know, it was funny the way I said it to him. I said, "No, I really never thought I'm a chicken. I was going to do it." He says, "All right, it's okay. You're normal." You know, he said, it's a mild depression. You're not suicidal." And that was a relief. I didn't know if I would have said, "Yeah, I'm going to shoot myself," he probably would have locked me up somewhere. Don't forget, I swang without money. I was doing everything with credit. I had millions and millions of dollars that I owed on credit. I had like $50,000 of my own money that I was actually playing with, and $10 million worth of credit in the business. But I got greedy, like everybody in the 80s. That'll be worth more tomorrow. I'll wait till tomorrow, you know. Didn't work. But these are things I realized today that I couldn't see at the time. They used to call me the Donald Trump of the jewelry business. Well, Donald, when are you coming down here? Be funny to see him driving a limousine one of these days.
Sta la luna in mezzo mare, mamma mia, mamma ritare. Figliuzza mia, cutta dare, mamma mia, pensaci tu. Si trugnolo pumbere, chi dov'è, sembra pompa mano tena. Se la piglia la fantasia, rambarma, figliuzza mia. Ah, 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 pesce fritto e baccalà. Ah, 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 mamma mia, mamma fa.
You said, if I die, you're going to buy flowers for me.
No, I told everybody, George, Jerry, I say, I don't want you to die because it cost me.
You don't want me to die.
Flowers.
Answer my question.
Yes.
Answer. If I die, you buy $100 worth of flowers? That's what you told me.
Well,
that's what you said.
I'll buy because I'm obligated.
Okay, okay. I'll tell you what we do right now.
Right.
We'll set it right now. I'll take 50 right now, 50 in cash. And when
For
I
what?
die, when I die, I'll buy those flowers.
50 cash?
Yeah.
Well, we be partners. We should do died, put the money in a coffin. Huh? All right? Ah, ah, ah. Fish fritto baccalà. Ah, ah, ah.
Bonjour. How's my joint doing? That's clips. I'll talk to you later. What'd you guys lose? Hello, Billy. How about a kiss for luck?
I wish you all luck in a while.
This is a
I
nice
remember
one.
I bought that. You were with me when I bought it.
Man, Tiffany and Company?
That's right.
This is cheap today.
Today it's cheap.
Jeez, if I had money, I'd buy it from you. I may go with him. Get my feet wet again over in Hong Kong.
Don't get your feet wet. Dry them up, please.
She's a nice trade.
Look, without guys like you, forget it. I wouldn't be.
A little bit. I mean, they're not VVSs.
Come on, this is worth less than the
All right.
other.
No.
I got to get back to my limousine. I'll see you later. Okay. Alex, take care. Yes, sir. Yeah, I got to do something for a living. I'll see you later, man. Andy, how are you, Tiger?
That's a limo business.
Thank God. Making my $1.50 an hour. I'd rather be back in the diamond business, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but there's no credit. They have to pay you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, it's American Express.
Hey, give me a lift, go ahead.
Here, come on.
Let's go. Atlantic City
Well,
Labor Day.
I made a deal. I'm going to drive you guys to Atlantic City for Labor Day.
Oh, yeah?
I'll drive you there and drive you back.
How much you going to pay us?
He wants a $50 tip for each hour for me. I says, no, I'll only take 10.
And then we'll deduct what you owe us. So
Oh,
if I give
no,
you
one
50
thing's
now,
got
I
nothing
get
to do
20.
with it. No.
Why not?
I'll give you a lottery ticket, too, when you go there.
Better win.
No, it's serious. We'll do something. We'll have some
Jesse
fun.
got this from a lawyer who can buy it.
You got a name on it?
It looks like the money to me. It's 23 marquees. Only one emerald missing.
Was it 3,500?
It's Hong Kong shit.
It's a $3,000 piece cheap. Can you buy it for 3? I'll get the money laid out.
You got 3 carat marquees times 5 is 15. The mounting's worth another
No,
nickel.
you got 5 carat marquis.
No, not 5 carat. 23 stone.
All right, whatever you do, I'll take a piece with you. But I'm happy with that situation with Atlantic City.
Oh, yeah?
At least, you know,
I say,
I make it every angle, driving and selling it. Bye. Whew. Tough to make a living.
I want to see if you can still blow. Very classy. I want to see if you can blow. Let me see. Blow down now. Wow!
Mazel tov to the new generation. And mazel tov to the old generation. You know, we're the same old generation. Umein, L'chaim, 120. You know the 2 most overrated things in the world? You know the 2 most overrated things in the world? I can't say it too loud. Do you know? Do you know the two?
Well, sex has to be one of them.
I can't.
And money has to be the other.
No. The 2 most overrated things in the world are home cooking and home screwing.
Yeah, that's that's your wife. She heard you. Hello. Hello. You want him?
You don't know that? Hello.
Listen, you guys are not going to lose me so fast.
Yeah, we're not losing you.
That's right. I'll still be back here. I said to the guys before that I'm not ashamed to say that I'm working for you for 14 years, and my loyalty was always with the boss, but I was always a worker. He always told me, become an executive already. And I said, I can't. I'm a worker.
He stayed with the people all along. Down with the capitalists. That's what he said, that son of a bitch.
That's the way it is.
Last night I had a lot of trouble running this wing, but I think it's...
What did it weigh when you put it up this morning?
115 carats.
Oh,
So yesterday I lost around 6 carats.
Very nice.
You'd be working it the same way.
No question about it. It's exactly the way I'd be working it. Like father, like son. That's what they say.
It's in good hands so far.
This is his first real major stone. I'm proud of you, Harvey. I'm proud of you. Have a good day, everybody. Going home. Going home. I did
It's not for him anymore.
I did my work.
My father. He enjoys planning it out, designing it in a sense, you know, but he doesn't want to sit and do the actual work.
Go long, Bob.
He wants 39 grand for it, 8 carat stone. That's, what is that, 4,000 a carat? 8 times, no, it's more, it's 4,500 a carat.
It's an absolute heaven. Oh, shit. This, I think the earrings are better than
I like it. Well, this got that big imperfection.
Excuse me.
From here?
I like the earrings better. This is a dead-looking stone. It's a kind of a stone that could lay around quite a while. And then you can score with that, too.
No, I think it's great. It's not a crazy stone.
No.
No.
If you get lucky to sell it, I'd rather have the things that I'm buying, like these two pear shapes.
Rather the earrings.
Yeah. They're in the nice family. This is a catchy thing.
The truth is, you just got to tell what it is.
I like the stone, it's good value, but I don't want to be a partner all over the world, and he should buy it.
You would trust my father and back him, uncounted.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. And never ever, and go to bed and know that you're going to earn, you're whole, you're happy.
And if I had to lose, I lost.
And you lost, because you knew that ultimately you're going to make. Today, it's hard to get that with a good feeling and a good heart. One thing that stays with you is your honor. Honor is more than money, because honor will make you money in our business, because it's all a handshake stuff.
Right.
In this business, you buy something, it's a handshake, and you put it in your pocket.
Dealers among dealers.
Yeah, dealers among dealers.
I don't know, I would leave it the way it is. It's a pleasant stone, pleasant top. You start messing around, it's going to get dark.
It's got that black, though. I'm gonna cut that sucker out.
All right, good luck to you. I would leave it the way it is and sell it and take profit. It's got a nice face to it. I wouldn't mess around with it. You're not going to get a fancy yellow. It's going to get yellower. Take it from an old man.
It's got a big look for no money.
You want to show it to Bobby in the morning?
Nah, he would go for something like that.
Yeah?
Let's spin it, which way it goes. I thought it would do that.
It was a tough day today. Didn't make a quarter. I think I'm going to have to go back to the limousines, Andy.
Don't set your sight height so high.
Huh?
Start with the nickel.
You're right. I should start with a nickel. Maybe I'll make 10 cents.
Shalomsky.
Yeah.
Your wife's here.
Tell her I'm not here.
Everything went wrong today. Anything stone that I bought in the mounting, whatever I figured a shade broke out 2 shades worse. Oh, it's a break for the game. People were supposed to pay us, that didn't pay us. Nobody's got money. That's the story of the business. It's a big excuse, too. Even if they have the money, they say they don't have the money now. The times, the economy. Here's my buddy. Without him, I wouldn't be back in the business.
6:45, I want to get out of here.
Who put me back in the business?
You did.
Who put me back in the business?
You did. Well, you hurt a lot of people. And I understand them not wanting to do with you, but little by little, they see that you weren't dishonest, that you got caught up in business, like everybody's human, you can make a mistake, that you didn't go robbing, not living the high life on yachts and with women and champagne and all that. So when they see that and they see that you're honest and you're hurting what you went through.
What business can their creditors back you back into business without really expecting anything?
You go fuck
for
them
it?
again. This ain't a 3-strike ball game.
That you got to break out.
You know what I'm saying?
You're lucky to get
That's
to.
it.
If you think about it, it's true.
For the record, let's explain how you came in existence here. Stewie's father couldn't get his mother pregnant. So Billy, my grandpa, says, come on, we'll go down to Florida, we'll jump on the train, you'll relax a little bit, you'll make your nuts, we'll buy some goods, and you'll relax, and maybe, you'll knock up you'll get Stewie's mother pregnant. They take the train, maybe it was a bumpy train or something, I don't know, but boom, something happened, she got pregnant.
Oh, no.
And that's you.
Billy bought an emerald down in Florida from a Palm Beach heiress And my father never made so much money in his life, and he must have been very calm after that, because right after that I was conceived. It was very funny.
So it wasn't a bumpy train?
No, it wasn't a bumpy.
It was the Emerald.
It was Billy's Emerald.
And so Billy feels responsible for Stewie. That's how he came into life, without train rides down in Florida.
That's true.
And now here he is.
How you doing, babe?
But it's not. I thought we'd do a lot of business here.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
I speak to my son. He says, Dad, he's lucky if he makes a sale during the day. He's lucky.
Can we get a place like this down here, 10 of us? Huh? How much could it cost us?
20.
Well, put up 5,000 a piece and put it down. Have a place to go here.
There's so many pairs like that. I don't mind. Their matches weren't good. They just weren't what I wanted. Oh yeah. Okay.
Give it a wrap.
I'm gonna take care of you.
Hair-shaped wrap.
Thank you, my dear. Bye bye.
Yo, you want to see the stone?
No.
This is the stone that we bought with Mikey.
I got a 45 brownie pear shape for you.
Oh yeah, all right.
How much is this one?
What do you want to do here? I got to say yes or no. Did you say for 2,500 a carat?
But for 23, I'll jump in. No, 23
we'll
jump
in
in
again. You sure it's the same one?
Done.
Yeah.
We can't buy the stone. It looks like it's a stub you make.
It does to me too.
11 3 by 8.
These are sweet. Whose are these?
Yeah, it's for the money's there. But
That big thing.
The bottom.
there's got to be something not kosher with it.
Hello? Hello? Who's
This
this?
is the stone for her. These are all D&E flawlesses. We bought it from a Contessa at a baccarat table in London. At a baccarat table in London. This is a picture of my father and Billy in 1945 VJ Day. Two of them. They were happy.
Hey, that looks like Billy.
Yeah.
Billy always had give people a nickname, so he gave him Choo Choo because he stuttered. He stuttered. He would say, "My name is Charlie Kaufman," so Charlie said it.
In Canal Street, going back in the late, he was a kid in the early 40s. And he went up to the crap game and he knocked on the door and they opened up a little window. And as they did that, another guy stuck a gun in his back. So when the guy who was letting everybody into the crap game said, "Who is it?" They saw my father's face. He went, he had a gun in his back. He went, Charlie. So they opened it up and they took everybody's pants off and they robbed everybody.
And from that day on, he stuttered, right? And that's the
He sort of started after that a little bit. And the funny part about it, the one that stuck the gun in his back was a guy called Leibowitz, who was the first guy in New York to ever be executed. That was the guy who stuck the gun in his back. And the guy had said to him, do you know what the guy had said to him? When he walked in the door, he says, "Where's the bookie? The bookie better come out." And it was Lepke. It was happened to be Lepke. He was Lepke. Yeah, it was the guy who stuck the gun. He robbed the game. Yeah.
You want to meet today? But I'm at Christian. Yes, no, I think I need all day.
J'arrive pas à distinguer. Il se lit comme ça, dans ce sens-là. Il y a une espèce de tête de profil.
Can I take two?
Oh, you do work.
You?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Just one?
Sebastian isn't interested. I like the stone for the
nice,
shop.
but I just don't.
It's in a mount just to show the stone. It's not a private stone.
It's a nice stone.
These Rubel ballerinas are very famous.
They are good. Go for a lot of money.
They go for a lot of money, yeah. This is, I think...
This is $150,000 to $180,000. Next case.
Yeah, I want to go look at that Cartier necklace. Get the calculator too.
One of my biggest friends in the business was Billy Nelkin and Chuchu Kaufman. Yeah.
And the white card.
There's Tony Kaufman, the son is still here. You met him. Well, his father, Chuchu Kaufman, is to call him. He was one of my mentors. Great friend and a great help to me. Great help. And, you know, in that time, Christie was in Geneva and Sotheby was in Zurich. The sales were 2 different weeks. So it was a pleasure, you know, because in between, so you did the sale in Zurich and then you stayed over the weekend or you went somewhere and then you came back to Geneva the next week. No one was rushed. Now the people come just for the sale. They do the 2 sales and rush back. That's all the young people now. That's my grandson.
Oh, my cousin!
How are you?
Where you been?
Fine.
I'm
How you
looking
doing?
for you all over.
Yeah, I am there. Geneva.
You're back.
Yeah.
You know Andy? You know Safa?
No, I know. Hi. We're working with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. What did you do for lunch today?
Wherever you take me.
Okay, we'll go to sushi. Okay? At 1 o'clock?
Okay, where?
Yeah.
So, meet you here at 1?
Yes. 12:30.
Okay.
Okay?
Bring a few million.
Okay.
I'll see you later. He is I believe, Kuwaiti. Very big player in many sorts of ways. He's not been a normal buyer the past year or so. He's been very strange behavior. We sold him once 100-carat fancy yellow. We sold him millions. But the past year or two...
Oh, the war. Big effect.
I don't know.
Pays a Kuwaiti, you know? Maybe they set ablaze one of his oil wells or something.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I want you... I'd like you to read him. I'd like to see if you can read him. He's not an easy read. Good morning, Mom.
Could I borrow a spoon with fork? You got a spoon? Wait, do you need it? No. Ciao.
This one is, do you want to photocopy of this?
Yeah. It's not an appealing stone for a woman, is it? I wouldn't like to own it. It's too dark. Look, the green isn't good. There's very few women in this business. Actually, it's so funny because it caters to women. And we should, you know, that's the thing. We should really dominate this business because we know what women like to wear. But unfortunately, it's not that way.
It's perhaps a little bit harder in New York, especially in the streets. Really? People look more at you as a woman than a...
And especially when you have a father in the business, I think you're just sort of helping out daddy. No, it's true. They say, oh, you're helping your daddy. Well, can we speak to your daddy? Her as well. She's the same thing.
In Paris? And your father's in the business of the beach?
She's very shy.
Thank you very much, so.
Something behind
so many people. Really.
If I was speaking Arabic, I would probably have sold it already. About half an hour ago, a Swisso-American bank. No, not Japanese. And he wants to be on the phone from 4:12. We have to call him at the Hotel Hilton in a room from 4:12 to the end. But I have no idea who the client is, and the banker said that he was not at liberty to disclose the name of his client. I'm worried about this page. The marquee is here, the 28-carat marquee. I don't know if we have anyone there.
I'm on the telephone for what it's worth. I'm on the telephone for it.
Well, I'm also on the phone with someone, so...
I'm on the phone.
What about the cabochon sapphire on the necklace?
Interest from America on that.
The pearl. Anybody on the pearl? It is going to the Gulf. If it is sold to that person, it's going to the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
The cashmere 31 carat. But the pink diamond, you worry me now, the pink diamond.
No, I wasn't worried.
What's the worry call for a pink?
250.
Oh, you know, the European market is very strong for pink diamond.
To give a price is extremely difficult because there's no price. Why would this stone be worth $1 million? Why not 2 million? Why not 100,000? It's better to judge before than after.
As long as you have the money in your pocket,
the money is still in your pocket, and then it is never a difficulty. But when once you have the money out of the pocket, then it's very difficult to get it back again.
Oh, it certainly is, yes.
I mean, in Switzerland we don't buy because the Swiss people, they prefer to
save.
buy a potato acre.
Bonjour, what's the score, Pop? Oh, is he? He can explode. He'll kill us. Who's playing good for the Knicks? Ewing? Is he alive? Who else? Oh, shit. 62-74 Chicago? They're up by 12, wow. 8 points. Yeah. Yeah, we bought a lot today. Me and Donnie bought it. And they're dying to get it first, so they want to work tonight yet. It's already 12. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah. Not big. We paid $75,000 for it. It's worth about $85. Okay. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Well, the casino was open, so I had to make a stop.
Yeah, stop, huh? How'd you do? You thought you put a Russian grill on the way over.
You guys want to pull the table over?
No, put it down here.
Who's got a loop for me?
Portable dining room. How many pieces do we look at here? Andy, how many pieces are here?
I don't know.
That's good.
See, we figured to buy these pieces here for $57,000 easy. This part here.
What's this?
Right here, 57, 8.
This?
8.
What?
8,000. 65.
This is how much?
Easily 20,000.
Easy 20.
20,000.
20, not 25, 20.
20,000.
Right.
Yes. And this 12?
Yes.
Is 32,000, right? 32.
That's right.
32 leaves 40,000, no?
Yeah, 43, of course.
43.
That breaks from 150.
You want a little profit on that? I'll give a little profit on that.
50,000 for this.
45,000.
You got 2,000 profit plus what profit you can make on
I
this.
get 90 grand for this lot.
Anybody have an aspirin?
ABC. Yeah, I got one.
I only started off with champagne at the party. At the party, I had a couple of glasses.
Which party? Huh?
Sotheby's. They had a cocktail
party night.
So I had.
Tonight was the cocktail party?
Andy, where you got
So I had
45,000? I figured 20 carat plus maybe 22 carat.
Jesus Christ, more for the bottle. I swear to God.
No, I don't have aspirin, Al. I don't have aspirin.
No?
I got Tylenol downstairs.
Oh, I have it. You got 45,000.
I appreciate it.
Let's try 43,000.
That was even a better offer. You gotta have fun with it.
Paid right up to the top if you
Okay,
paid
guys, I appreciate
75,000.
Okay, guys, listen.
All right, bedtime.
Anytime before 12 o'clock tomorrow, just get in touch with my associate here. Gentlemen, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have 4,000 pieces to look at tomorrow.
You're right.
Take care.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks again.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Well,
He's sharp, though, I gotta tell you. He's exactly where we were.
Exactly where we were.
Exactly where we were.
Because we were at 15.
I told you we didn't steal nothing, but we bought a nice, solid, sound lot.
17.
Yeah.
It's 32. 45, easy 45.
that's cheap at 53.
Let's get some sleep, huh? I can't keep my eyes open no more. So we lost the ball game, Donnie.
Not happy.
How much time is left?
We lost it.
Over there. Is it over one? Ain't it, Jake? It looks like this plaza right here.
Move it that way and I cut
Well, it's a unique chandelier made by a friend of mine. All rubies, emeralds, blue sapphires, yellow sapphires, white sapphires, and 650 carats of diamonds, and 17 kilos of yellow 18-karat gold.
It's a phenomenon, this piece.
It's an amazing amount of money.
It doesn't look real, you know? Look at this. Where did they make it, Teddy?
What?
Where did they make it? In India? They made it in
yes.
India?
In India.
Incredible. You know, and it's not gaudy, it's elegant, it's classy,
Yes.
you know? What a treat to have it in your office.
You have By the way, how is your grandfather?
He's doing very well.
Yes?
Very well, yeah. Buying a lot of rough lately.
Good.
Yeah.
You bought this yesterday in Geneva?
Yeah. Well, that stone came out of here with 18 points.
Yeah. Much you ask $80,000?
We paid 75.
Is that right, my estimation?
You came quick.
Came quick.
Yeah, very.
Came quick.
We won 10%.
10%.
It's 82.5.
There's a 2.5 difference.
Not too far.
It's not,
Not
far,
too
but
far.
what'd you figure these two in dollars? This and this?
This and this, 30,000. About.
We figured we paid more.
More?
Really, yeah, we paid more.
Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pear shape.
Pear shape.
There's no muck in here, Teddy. It's all suede.
I think it's okay. May I like to just confirm to Sebastian I take the lot.
Okay, we'll leave it here with you then.
We'll
You
leave
can
it with
talk
you.
with
Okay,
Sebastian.
fine.
We'll speak to you
Okay,
later.
no problem.
Great.
Great.
Mazal.
Mazal. Great. Thank you. Which one?
It's not definitely so, is it?
A couple of Yeah, just one question. If I'm wearing something, we just stand up. Do we turn around as well?
Oh,
sort
yes,
of?
you've still got the show.
Tu me montres?
Don't forget to smile.
Alors, tout en sourire, il faut sourire.
All right, so what if we go and check that all the jewelry is there, see in lot order in the room. We were 6 million francs this morning, plus, so that's 6 million dollars without the jewelry.
In a selective market, it won't be easy.
Madame, Monsieur, bonsoir. Je vous rappelle brièvement les conditions de la vente figurant au catalogue. La vente a lieu au comptant.
Merci maître. Bonsoir mesdames et messieurs. Nous commençons la vente ce soir avec le lot numéro 680 for 180,000. Against you on the platform, the bid is here at 180 000 francs, at 100,000 francs, 100 000 francs, at 100,000 francs, 100 000, at 100 000 francs for 100,000 francs, 100 000, 110,000, 120,000, 130,000, 140,000, at 200 000 francs for 200,000 francs, 200 000, for 100,000 francs, 100 000, 110 000, 120 000, for 120 000, at 130,000 francs, 130 000, 140 000, 150 000, 160 000, new bidder, 180 000, at 600,000 francs, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 1,900,000, 2 million, 2,100,000, 520 000, 550 000, 580 000, 600 000, pour 230 000 francs à 230 000. Sold to you, Eric, on the telephone at 620,000. Lot 428, a million, all right, a million francs then, for 1 million francs in the back of the room, 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,400,000 francs, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 2 million, à 2 millions donc, à 2,050,000 then, at 2,060,000 francs. Lance, this is a shop which is only open a day, 2 days a year. So we have to keep it open as long as we can. At 11:10 at night, at 2,080,000. 2,080,000 then, sold to you at 2,080,000. Thank you very much. 35 million versus 23 at Sotheby's.
23?
Yeah. 35 and 12, how much is that?
47.
47. Now, Sotheby's sold 23 and 24. How much is that?
47. 47.
Equal.
Tonight I bought all the intense canary diamonds, every one of them. I bought the pink stone. Naturally, I bought the important emerald at the end of the sale.
How much did he pay? What was the total price?
2 million Swiss.
2 million Swiss times 7. 2 million times 7 is $1.6 million.
What do we buy? Nothing.
We bought. Did we buy that last stone, the 8 carat? We didn't get it. What'd it go for?
70,000. 70,000 with the juice.
I want to go with the 60,000.
Well, we did good because it was a
I always like to think that the ultimate high is still to come. I always think I'm going to get a pink diamond pinker than pink, or a ruby redder than red, or a blue diamond bluer than blue. And I've had some wonderful gems. One always is seeking something better, something more exciting. It's a hunt. It's a hunt that never stops.
What's that?
What, you get a dozen underwear?
Yeah, half a dozen underwear for me.
And a half a dozen for me.
6. Hey, hi, how are you? That's my best customer.
All my underwear I buy for maybe.
T-shirts, socks.
Underwear.
Donnie, every time I go on a trip, he comes and gives me some fresh underwear. Every time, and I have Mazlum Bracha because of Baby. Am I right, Baby? How many times am I on the road?
A few times a year.
And how many times? And what do I do?
You buy every time you go, you buy. It's for good luck.
And how?
That's right.
I want to show, if you don't mind. I want to show what these bastards do to my buddy. Give him those. 11 years old, they put that on his hand. Donnie, look at that.
Let me see. 11 years old.
It's almost wearing out already.
Yeah.
Never been out. Never been
That's
out.
engraved in his memory, boy. Those son of a bitch. Right?
Killed my parents, everybody.
You know what? We ain't gonna let it happen again. You know that.
I hope not.
Never gonna happen.
Never happen. Never happen.
Ain't
Never
gonna happen.
again.
You know why? Because guys like you don't forget. There's too many people who forget.
No, can't forget. Can't forget.
That's right.
I'll never
buy a bargain?
Yeah, let's see what you get.
I got a bargain for you, but don't argue with me now.
Uh-oh.
You're the first one to see it.
Nobody else.
Hey, buddy.
Gotta be a good
I got
one.
nothing like that.
Hey, look.
In French, je sais oui, oui. Espagne, je sais si, si. Russian, c'est dada. In Italy, c'est va addio. No matter where you go, no matter what you say, everything's gonna be alright, okay? No matter what you say, c'est la vie.
Ah, как поживаете? Nice to see you. Хорошо.
Russian too.
Right, we speak Russian, we speak everything.
And how, huh?
All right.
So you're... Donnie, you want to spend some more money with me? Yeah, the last of the Mohicans.
All right. How much is it?
Let's see. What else is doing?
G.
Beautiful stone.
I love it.
Mark, what does this cost us a
I
carat?
love it.
$26.50. $26.50.
You got a good memory, you know that?
Yeah.
Anybody tell you got a good memory?
No, he told me I have a bad memory, but I remember it only happened a few minutes ago. How can you forget?
What was your first love's name?
Ani.
Ani?
Yeah.
Did that happen a few minutes ago too?
No.
Okay. Cost us $26.50. It's a nice white stone.
I want to give you 28 a carat.
You want to own it?
I want to own it.
You do.
You do.
I own it. Mazlum Bracha.
My son, when we had the bris, we had, in those days, all the old timers used to hang around at Marshall, Weinberger, and Ginsberg, and Lipman, guys going back before the turn of the century, old timers. So, and they used to be nearsighted, most of them. It looked like this in a diamond. So when I had my son was born, I took the piece they cut off, put it in the diamond paper, and I give it to Ginsberg. He was the most nearsighted guy. So he opens up the paper, he can't see, so he takes a look. He was nearsighted, puts it right up there. He says, "You son of a bitch!"
This is Eddie you're talking about, Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie, when he was circumcised. I took the piece and put it in the diamond paper and took it down to the office with me. And I gave it to one of these near-side old-timer. The guy in those days, 60 was old. I was 30. He was old. So he takes a look, pulls up, "You son of a bitch."
And he throws it.
You threw it at you. Funny. It was about the beginning of the 1970s, and Billy was in bidding on pieces at Christie's in Geneva, and the last item was the most important item of the whole sale. It was the one that they wanted to get over anything that they were looking at. And Billy was waiting, the item came up. He sent me, he said, then he called me, he said, "Do me a favor, get your father, the last item's coming up. Maybe we'll have good luck together. We'll get this one." Chooch comes walking in the room, and all of a sudden, the bidding in Europe is not like, in Europe, the bidding, everything is very quiet. You could hear a pin drop when they're bidding in an auction sale. In New York, it's a little bit different. It's like Las Vegas, listening to the noise in Las Vegas or going to a casino in London. In London, if you talk over 2 decimals, they tell you to please shut up. In Las Vegas, they love when you scream because it brings on more people. So all of a sudden, my father had walked in, and Billy was sitting right against the wall, and he looks at him, and the bidding was at about 190,000 francs. And before you know, he turns around and he screams out, 300,000 francs! Just like that. The whole room goes completely, all of a sudden everybody broke up. People were laughing, people were looking back at Billy and him, and they want to hoo those 2 guys in the back. Billy and Chooch, who walked out of the room, Harry Winston was in a wheelchair. And he yelled over to Billy and him to come over to him. And he grabbed them both down, he talked very low. And he was probably the biggest genius that our business has ever seen, and maybe I'll never see again. And he pulled them both down to him close, and he says, "You guys, shades of my childhood." Beautiful maneuver. And that night, they proceeded to have dinner, and they made a deal during dinner on it. It was a 300-carat sapphire, and they sold it during dinner, and they were very happy. Winston was an old man at that time. He used to sit in a room in Geneva, Harry Winston, and just trade rough all day. Forget about his retail shops and his buying 100-carat stones, but he would sell rough all over the world. He was the true genius, and he would count on Billy for an opinion before he could recut any of his major stones from rough. He would always double-check with Billy first.
It's with great pride that I'm able to induct Bill to this most deserving honor. About 50 years ago, I came into the diamond business, and you were one of the first to befriend me, Bill. And it's been 50 years of true friendship.
12 John Street.
Your advice, your expertise, your honesty, and your integrity has set a standard in our industry. You are really and truly a living legend. Please, Bill, stick around bis 120, because we need you and we love you.
And I love you too.
Hey, where was that auctioneer who used to have to grab his body when he used to bid?
Oh, Johnny Gibbs, that's on the Bowery. That pawnbrokers. Johnny Gibbs used to touch him. I had his toe. You remember that? You heard those stories?
No.
Everybody used to touch. Nobody wanted to see who's bidding.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because they won you. Make
So
you
everybody
pay.
grabbed the part of the guy's body.
So how did you bid?
Wink. In 1928, there used to be an auction house here, and Johnny Gibbs used to be the auctioneer.
That was a year before I was born.
Yeah. And the most fabulous jewels that came to America that was sold, ever sold, was sold here through Simpson's pawn shop and McAleenan's pawn
Like whose
shop.
jewelry? Yeah.
Especially during the Depression, when nobody had any money, and the finest jewelry was sold here because the private people in New York couldn't afford to take it out and repleve it. So they used to sell it here and then get the difference if it brought over the loan. If not, if it brought below the loan, the pawnbroker took
Was
his
this the
loan.
auctioneer who you squeezed?
Johnny Gibbs, where we used to touch his toe, his leg, his body, or wink, or we go like this, or go like that.
How many guys were buying?
Oh, you had about 40, 50
So how
different
could
jewelers.
people like locusts around the guy?
How? That's what it was like. You never saw anything like it in your life. It's hard to describe.
Really?
Yeah. But they all got along, you know, used to fight among one another,
Sure.
everything like that. And later on, we'd go and knock out the jewelry. We'd try to have some combinations
You mean to
among
say
ourselves.
that you had...
Combinations, yes, in those days.
Back then, too?
Nobody had enough money to buy one piece, so they used to get 3 or 4 guys together, and they'd all chip in, and then take, this was during the Depression, where with $10 you could buy the first mortgage on the Woolworth building.
What did a
Cash.
What would a carat diamond cost back then in the Depression?
In those days, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half.
A carat? Yeah.
125 to 150, you'd buy a beautiful carat diamond.
Total?
For the stone.
Yeah.
And how about when you were first starting out at Maiden Lane, what was a carat bringing?
A little more, because during the Depression, they were at their lowest.
They went down in price.
Because nobody had any money at all to buy. It was very rare.
And then people started moving uptown from Maiden Lane?
From Maiden Lane, they all started moving uptown. And
When
from
they
the
moved
Bowery,
uptown, they
started
moved
moving
uptown before the war?
Yes.
Or after the war?
Even before the war.
So what was most of the action then on the Bowery? Like pawnbroker shops?
Yeah, they had 3 different pawnbrokers in those days used to sell for the pawn shops all over the United States, New Jersey, Maryland. They'd send their goods up to these pawn shops. And Johnny Gibbs was the auctioneer, an old Irishman.
How old do you think you look?
Rough guess, I was going to say 72, 73. That's a rough guess. I've seen people who look 70, who look 10 times older than them. 75.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had
I'm
probably had a
25
hard
years
life in
ahead
those
of the
days.
game.
Hard life.
I'm 25 years ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
I match everybody from 25, they match me.
Here's a man who's 61. He looks older than you, sir. 61. 61. He was just 61. Look at him.
Why, how does that feel?
He's 77 years old. Sir.
77?
He's 78 years old.
All right, it's
Yeah.
close to me.
Absolutely.
Close to me.
I mean, cutting the stone is like when you're with a woman. When you cut a stone, you have to be very gentle in the beginning. Very gentle with a diamond. Yes. You cannot be rough.
Caress it.
Especially in the beginning. You have to caress it. You have to study it. You have to play with it a little bit until you really are sure of what you're doing. Then you can go ahead and do your work a little harder, a little rougher, but never too rough, never to hurt the stone. Same like with a woman. Never too rough, never to hurt her. Same thing. And that's the way it goes, right here.
That's why I get so excited when I'm cutting.
How do you like that, huh?
There was once a 990 carat stone, the 3rd largest diamond ever found, rough. This was about 15 years ago. So Bernard Jolis calls me up, Billy, let's go to London, it's worthwhile. I said, what is it? He says, a 990 carat piece of rough is being tendered. The syndicate is tendering it for Sierra Leone. And I fell in love with it. It spotted all over. But I saw something nice in it. 150 carat stone, I saw a clean stone. That's enough for the whole pot. Speculative on the color because it was oxidized. So I made a bid, and that's the end of it. You know, you give a bid to the syndicate.
You
know,
get one chance, huh?
That's it, you know. 2 months goes by, the bid was refused. I was the highest bidder in the whole world.
And it was still refused.
Still refused. So about 3 months goes by, Harry Winston gets a hold of it. He can see better than anybody in the world. He sees publicity that's worth to him a fortune. The whole stone is worth to him. He winds up buying the stone for $2,500,000. They didn't sell me out for $100,000. They wouldn't do that. So he called me up. Hey, Billy, I know you were the top bidder against the field. What did you see in the stone? I said, I saw 155 carat. At the worst, it could be VVS. Donnie, on my word of honor, one day I pick up the magazine, and this piece of rough is in there, picture of it, and 14 other stones, including one emerald cut weighing 155.
Jesus Christ.
And D.
So
Yeah.
you called it.
Right,
Is that a
baby.
famous diamond? They named that diamond?
There is, yes, it was named the Star of Sierra Leone.
That was the Star of Sierra Leone?
Yeah.
What's new?
Sell me a coin now.
What do you want?
You got any English coins?
English?
Yeah.
What do you want English for?
1888? That's almost as old as you.
Almost.
What you want for the little one?
This one, $90.
How much for this one?
120.
Is that a knockoff or it's the real thing? What do you think?
The real one.
Real thing?
Yeah, the real one.
And how much you want?
He's an Indian.
120.
I give you $105.
I don't think so. All right, that's all.
But let me know, all right?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Why not?
All right, Popeye.
Okay, I'll see you. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I am what I am and I am what I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Man. Woo-hoo. Okay. All right, gentlemen.
He'll be back.